Hey everybody, it's Party Elite. Welcome back to our Warhammer 40K Rogue Trader Let's Play, where we've just crushed the Eldari threat on the planet Yanis, and where we've legitimized the rebellion and taken its side against the governor, who is clearly involved in some strange heresies having to do with the Chaos Gods. The first order of business today is going to actually be wiping out Elite, who for some reason is still standing, as some of you pointed out in the comments of the previous episode, despite us double tapping her, not just killing her in combat, but then also choosing to kill her in conversation. She's still standing, and so the, first order of business is, as I was saying, to select our dear Rogue Trader, Mr. Rogue Trader himself, to move on up to here and to pop a shot at Elite and hopefully finish her off. I think that should do the trick over here. Let's go ahead and push up behind her and do this properly. A nice, clean, simple execution should do the trick over here. But I will say, it was interesting to see that she joined the other side of the battle, considering how conversation went after the battle was done. Many of you pointed out that that was actually a bug, that she wasn't supposed to join the other side, she was supposed to join our side. But hey, be that as it may, her decision there as a result of a bug, I suppose, only partly influenced our decision to kill her. She is, after all, Xenos. Nonetheless, it seems as though we've engaged her in combat, so let's send Pascal up as close as he can get, and let's have him do the exact same thing we were trying to do with our Rogue Trader. 44% chance to hit, are you for real right now? Let's go ahead and pop Machine Spirit Communication just to help us out a little bit, and hopefully that'll do the trick, and this won't get drawn out for too long. Oh, come on now, don't do this to me, game. Don't do this to me. Let's get an extermination mark on there. Let's end your turn, Pascal. And please, let's get that execution done over here. 30% chance to hit. Are you for real right now? 30% chance to hit. I mean, I guess I could use kill zone stratagem to increase hit chances, right? That should be helpful. And let's go ahead and open fire. And again, yes, hope for the best. Or do we go in with the chainsword? Are we more likely to hit with a chainsword? Let's see. Let's just check. 50%. Okay. What about if we go in with a thunder hammer? 50%. Let's do this classy then. Let's do this classy. Let's go in with a chainsword and strike. Please give me the success here. Are you for real? Okay. All right. It's okay. It's not the end of the world. Bring it down is not going to help us out. Let's go ahead and use Grand Strategist, I suppose. And hopefully whoever comes next will finish the job off. I'm going to go ahead and end our turn there. Have this Cutthroat Rebel come through and also miss. So Cassia, okay, Cassia's the one. Cassia's the one. Because she's going to come through, she's not going to waste time with physical ammunition or anything in the real world or real space. She's going to tap right into the Immaterium and use her littlest stare to, yes, eliminate Elite and almost kill this Cutthroat Rebel as well. But let's get the job done here, please. And thank you. There we go. That was hilarious. Wait, what? Did she dodge? Or is she like permanently bugged out? Because we rolled initiative checks again, apparently. You know what? I think she's permanently bugged out. Okay, let's move Argenta up to here with the shot on the run. Let's go ahead and fire away and see what happens over here. She still has just the 1 HP, but if we shoot and hit, she drops dead and pops right back up.
I see your darkened colors. I am prey for no creature.
Well, folks, now we know for sure that there's some chaos shenanigans going down on this planet. Unfortunately, this is an alpha build, and so, of course, we can expect a little bit of jank here and there, and that jank is showing through with the situation with Elite. It's fine, though. It's fine. Hopefully, it won't come to bite us in the butt in the future. Hopefully, she doesn't show up in a cutscene and all of a sudden decide to start popping shots or something like that, because the game considers her to be alive and an enemy as opposed to allied with us or dead. Nonetheless, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Hopefully, we'll never get to it. Hopefully, the game understands the reality of the situation, which we know in our heart of hearts is that Elite has been executed. Not once, not twice, but 3 times by the Rogue Trader. Now, with that said and done, let's move on to our second order of business, which I suppose is now actually our first order of business, seeing that we've reloaded the save, and that, folks, is to upgrade all of our party members. Now, They've all reached level 20, which means they're all going to get one thing across the board, and that is an extra action point. That is absolutely huge. It's going to make a very big difference in future combat scenarios. It's going to allow us to use more abilities, maybe get more shots off here and there, depending on how abilities stack. Either way, very glad to have that extra action point. And beyond that, everyone's going to have the option to upgrade one of their skills. Now, obviously, depending on their career and depending on how things have been upgraded previously, they'll have different sets of options, but everyone's going to be able to upgrade one of their skills with another plus 10. Now, again, just to clarify, while everybody has access to all the skills, not everybody is able to upgrade them all the same way, as determined by the career path, but beyond that as well, if this rule set for the cRPG follows the rule set from the tabletop RPG, and if my memory serves me correctly, there is a limit to how many times you're allowed to actually upgrade one of your skills. Eventually, you are able to upgrade them a bit further using some special circumstances, but I don't know exactly what the game has modeled and what it hasn't, so just wanted to throw that out there as we make some decisions across the board over here. I do also want to mention that there will be at least a little bit of funkiness as far as the choices we make, and I'll explain those as we get to them. With the Rogue Trader, it's a relatively simple choice over here. As we go to upgrade his Persuasion, we'll take him from an 85 to a 95. That is a 95% chance of succeeding with any Persuasion check outside of modifiers, obviously. The, conversation might apply negative modifiers, and so it becomes a bit harder to actually persuade the individual, but a base 95% chance of success is irresistible. So we're going to go with that Persuasion bump. Right now, you'll notice we can't actually upgrade his Commerce anymore. And that's probably because it's been upgraded as far as we're allowed to upgrade it over the course of leveling up. As I was saying earlier, there is a limit. Now, it's possible that it's just because of how the cRPG approaches it. We can't do it now, but we might be able to do it later. I'm not 100% sure, but my assumption is it's because it's reached its cap. Nonetheless, set that conversation aside for later. Let's go ahead and upgrade our Persuasion up to 95. Thank you very much, making us a very convincing individual. Moving on to Abelard, we're going to go ahead and chase after a skill here as well, and I suppose we'll stack up his Carouse. That makes sense. Argenta is our Queen of Awareness, so there's no use chasing after that. Idira is the one who takes care of Demolition, so we can allow that to stay as is. I mean, Abelard's whole thing is toughness, right? So why don't we go ahead and double down on that and increase his Carouse up to 60. I believe Carouse only came up once so far in this entire playthrough, but it might come up down the line, and again, this allows them to resist negative effects of substances and things like that, so why not? Why not? Sure, let's bump that up to 60. Accept that, thank you very much. Moving on to Idira next. As an assassin, she is able to increase her awareness or any one of her lores. Now, I don't think it makes any sense for her to upgrade any of her lores. Again, we have a specialist on that front, right? Pascal's intelligence is so high to begin with that he's just a lot more capable with the lores than anybody else probably will ever be. So, Idira, let's go ahead and up your... thank you for closing the window, game. Idira, let's go ahead and up your awareness. It makes a bit of sense, right? As an assassin, as a sniper, having a higher awareness is probably a good thing. While it won't compete with Argenta, it at least is a bit more aligned with her character. So let's go ahead and get that up to 55. And moving on to Argenta, I believe we should be able to increase her awareness even further, taking her up to 70, allowing her to spot more and more things, right? So I suppose the option is there to instead chase after Demolition, and that way Argenta would be the one taking care of traps, and we'd be more likely to succeed, because Idira, I believe her Demolition is only at 45, so if Argenta were to get that upgrade, she'd be at 55, and it's a slightly higher chance of actually disarming those traps. But they've not been so problematic, truth be told, so we'll stick with bumping up her awareness over here, and we'll accept that, taking her up to 70. And Cassia over here, as a strategist, is going to have the option of what? So, as you can see here, even though both the Rogue Trader and Cassia are strategists, they have different options, with a bit of overlap, obviously, but they do have different options based on how things were upgraded previously, and I do believe that's why we're, for example, able to get Commerce over here, right, which maybe hadn't been upgraded previously, you know, in Act 1, so to speak, and we certainly didn't upgrade it before, right? Nonetheless, her options are kind of funky, truth be told. Like, we're not going to do any of the lores because that's Pascal's specialty, right? And by a decent margin. Same thing goes for tech use, right? Anything intelligence-based, basically, is Pascal's domain. So why would we try and compete there? Well, in the full game, if we were actually swapping party members in and out, of course it makes sense, because let's say in a future mission, we don't take Pascal with us, and Cassia is there, and Cassia is the one with the second highest Xenos lore. Well, if Pascal's not there, then Cassia is the one with the highest, right? And so it becomes important to spread the love a little bit that way. But because of our context, because of our situation, because we're keeping the same party members for this playthrough, we have to consider things a little differently. With that said, you know what? Why don't we go ahead and give Cassia a bump to her demolition? That way, in the rare circumstance where you have multiple opportunities to use demolition, your second best person is better than they otherwise would have been. No, actually, you know what? I take that back. My apologies. We're actually going to give her extra tech use, because multiple chances at using demolition, very rare. Multiple chances at using tech use with all those like locked crates and stuff, that's a lot more common. So fine, let's go ahead and stack up tech use over here, accept that. And finally, Pascal, who was able to upgrade what? Lores and awareness. You know what? I think upgrading his lore Xenos is the most logical choice over here. You can think of it as a sort of mechanical expression of what just happened last session and the session prior. We engaged with Xenos, we discovered some Xenos architecture, we took a look at a bunch of Xenos you know, just crafts and stuff. So I think it makes sense that in that process he learned more, he was a bit more exposed, and so there's a natural increase in his skill on that front. Sure, why not? Let's accept that, taking it up to 75, and if we face off against more Xenos, then he should have more chance of success understanding what's going on, I suppose. But that is progression taken care of over here. Let's go ahead and close that down, and let's hope that we're able to get away from Idira. Sorry, not Idira, sorry, Idira. Sorry, I was thinking about assassins and snipers and... anyway, get away from Elite is what I meant to say, without triggering a combat scenario over here. I'm a little nervous about what's going on, because it looks like these rebels are actually still engaged with Elite. That's why they have the little boxes underneath their models, but if we're able to sneak by, we should be okay. Though first, let's take a look at this over here at the risk of triggering Elite. Let's see what's actually going on over here. What's this about? The mystical gate to the webway. As far as you know, the only method of entering the mysterious dimension created by long-forgotten races of old, and that is a success, I believe. Indeed, it is. All right, good stuff. Again, well, just a bit of experience to pick up here and there, right? You don't want to really ignore these if you can avoid it, but apart from that, I want to make sure that I'm not ignoring any loot. There is some loot to be picked up over here. Hopefully we can grab it and then make our way to the governor's estate and see if she has some answers for us, some explanations, perhaps. Let's go ahead and pick up whatever we've got over here, and it is an Orthlak Mark IV. That is a solid projectile pistol, damage of 7 to 11, penetration of 1, and a rate of fire of 6. That might be nice in Abelard's hands, actually. Let's go ahead and take a look at Abelard's current equipment. I mean, every once in a while, right, we've enjoyed firing away with the auto pistol, but I do believe the Orthlak Mark IV, sorry, is just a bit better. Yeah, 1 pen, a bit more damage, same rate of fire. I'll take it, sure. Let's swap that in. And I do like, by the way, that, like, even, like, pistols are modeled individually. Like, yeah, you're not going to be able to tell from this angle, perhaps, but it's nice that there is that attention to detail. It's just a nice touch. But hang on a second. I did also want to check where to go. I thought I saw a rather interesting looking piece of equipment. Oh yeah, this. The power maul. That's what it is. Okay. I was like, I don't remember having a maul, but that's from like the beginning of our playthrough. So that's why I started to forget that we actually had that. Nonetheless, we are done here. Let's make our way out and to the governor's estate to see what... oh, hey, hello. Okay, well, that's convenient. Our dropship has arrived here for some reason. I guess that makes it... yeah, convenient to go back to the Void Ship and then arrive at the Governor's estate and deal with the actual situation over here. I'm, you know, disappointed in myself, I suppose you could say, that I allowed her to hold on to her position after failing at the welcome party, right? Like, I should have fired her right then and there for her inability to keep things in control. But I decided to give her a second chance, and now we're paying the price for it, I suppose. It's okay. We're rectifying our mistake. We're rectifying our mistake. It's okay. How could we have known at the time, right? How could we have known? Nonetheless, it looks like a lot of this is actually xenotech, so we're certainly not going to be using any of it ourselves, but we also can't just leave it on the planet out over here for anybody to pick up and potentially use. That would be extremely dangerous and irresponsible. So I suppose we'll pack all that up as cargo, and maybe one day down the line we'll trade it to somebody that we trust, or we'll just have it stored on our ship, never to be seen by anybody ever again. That is a conversation for later. And it seems, apart from the xenotech, there is a lot of acceptable weaponry on the ground here as well, though none of it really appeals to me. None of it's really useful to us. The melta gun we already have on Abelard. Marksman rifle, we already have, what, 2 of those, I believe. This is just a regular sword, not even a chain sword. So, yeah, I suppose we can just pack all this as cargo. Interesting to see that this Eldari Ranger armor is only accessible to the Eldari, which makes sense because obviously it's armor shaped after a completely different body type and stuff, so that makes perfect sense. But that means that if we had Elite in our party, we'd actually have somebody we could give it to, but hey, not even that, right? Nonetheless, pack it all as cargo. Yep, no need for anything over here, and I am glad that that window exists. I'd completely forgotten to loot that battlefield, but that's a nice quality of life upgrade. A little reminder that there's a lot you could have picked up, and the fact that you don't have to run around and actually physically click on every little body to pick up whatever they dropped is nice. It's nice. I appreciate it greatly. Nonetheless, over to the Governor's estate to hopefully eradicate the taint. Let's see what we can do over here, folks. I mean, it doesn't look like they're aware that we're aware of their betrayal, right? There's no immediate reaction to our return to the estate, so that's one thing. It's very possible that we still have the chance of simply ignoring what she's been up to. I wouldn't be surprised if that's given as an option, because again, remember, we are a rogue trader. We have the authority to turn a blind eye to that kind of stuff. We have the option to be a little bit loose with the rules, and that obviously extends to those that serve under us as well. So I wouldn't be surprised if it is an option to just turn a blind eye, but we're not about to do that. This is heresy of the highest order. To be fair, all heresies are heresies of the highest order, but this is heresy of the highest order. So let's go ahead and speak to the governor and see what she has to say. They're still welcoming us in, and of course my entourage will accompany me in my meeting with the governor. This time especially. It's been every time, but this time especially. Please and thank you. Really not sure about how this is going to play out. Is she going to try denying it? Is she going to try justifying it? Is it a lie? Have I been lied to? Right? And I drank the Kool-Aid. It's possible. Greetings, your lordship. How may I be of assistance? I found the rebels' nest, Vistenza. Have you really, your lordship? And what have you learned? Ooh, everything, Vistenza. I know everything. And now you have one chance to beg for mercy. I don't think I intend to give her mercy. If I'm going to come in this strong, I don't think that's on the table. I can say let's not waste time on meaningless chatter, Vistenza. You are a servant of the archenemy. Just straight up accuse her. Xenos were the ones behind the rebellions. They're dead now. The rebels were being manipulated by Xenos. I wiped out those foul aliens, but I let the humans live. Or I can say, that is not your concern, Vistenza. You have a far worse problem to deal with. I'm trying to figure out if I want to just like straight up accuse her, or if I want to let her spill the beans. One of the best tricks in like an interrogation or a back and forth situation, and this goes for like job interviews and stuff as well, is to sometimes just don't say anything. Don't say too much. Let the other person come undone. Let them unravel themselves. Let's try it. This is not your concern, Vistenza. You have a far worse problem to deal with. What are you talking about, your lordship? Enough lies and diversions. If there is even a grain, the barest shadow of the dignity of the children of the Imperium left within you, confess now. You accuse me of deceit. I will not stand for it. Your lordship, what is this about? So I can straight up attack her. I'm sick of your games and secrecy. Die. Or I can hear her out. Again, do we know without a shadow of a doubt that she's up to something? We're fairly confident that she's up to something. There's a lot of evidence that points that way, and I'm about ready to pull the trigger, I suppose. But, look, knowledge is power. Information is key. If we kill her, we don't know what she's been doing, and we perhaps allow something else to fester. If we interrogate her, if we question her, we might learn more, and then not just deal with one of the servants of the archenemy, but also root out the heresy from its core, right? If she reveals, oh, the actual person in charge is this, or you should speak to such and such, they'll convince you, or whatever it is, we'll uncover more with a live individual rather than from a dead body. I've already heard enough, Vistenza, but if you wish me to repeat myself, we know that your loyalty lies with the ruinous powers. Vistenza clenches her teeth so hard you hear a crack. I, daughter of House Viat, governor of Yanis and citizen of the Imperium, serve no one other than the Emperor and the von Valancius dynasty. And what you're accusing me of is merely a tool at my disposal, a tool that I have the power and courage to use. Do you think ordinary methods would have been enough to tame this demented planet? No. My family struggled for decades to subdue Yanis once and for all, and it was all in vain. Man, she was off to a really good start, and then about a third of the way through, the truth comes out. All right. Go on with your monologue. But loyal servants of those families who have resided on Yanis for centuries helped me to unlock a new source of power. Ancient knowledge secretly passed down from generation to generation, accessible to a select few, and which grants power over nature itself. How could I reject it? How could I undo all the work of my predecessors who were entrusted with Yanis, who faithfully served the von Valancius dynasty, and who, with a madman's obsessiveness, hewed this rock into a stunning diamond? 2 days spent among the initiated was enough for me to start hearing the voices of angels in my ears, angels who gifted me the keys to conquering this world. And before you offend my ears with more accusations or moral admonitions, remember who has dutifully served your dynasty all these years. Remember who has devoted her life to turning Yanis into the primary source of wealth in your trade empire. Remember to whom your predecessor entrusted one of her most valuable worlds, without fear of treachery or conspiracy. Without me, without my service, my sacrifice, Yanis would be nothing. Pascal's vox emits a pensive hiss. Behold, proof of why knowledge must remain in the hands of the worthy. Many lay people are capable of possessing it, but a wise mind that is not bound by oaths of obedience to the Omnissiah is vulnerable to corruption and free thinking, even more vulnerable than the mind of an ignorant commoner. I mean, he's out of line, but he's right. Like, yeah, very, very, very right. It's interesting as well to see the judgment of free thinking. It's obviously in line and in keeping with the Imperium, but I'm curious about the points that the governor raises here, because she's also out of line, but she also has a point. I mean, are we willing to turn a blind eye to her use of the ruinous powers in a way that enables our empire? Or would we have simply solved our troubles another way? You know, if we didn't have Yanis, we would have done something else. We would have found a different agri-world that would have actually been a natural agri-world as the Emperor intends it, you know? As opposed to this blasphemy. You're not saving Yanis or improving it, Vistenza. You're destroying this world with your own hands, okay? Theodora knew about your inclinations. Oh, well, am I gonna trust her if she tells me so? In the name of the Emperor, I, rogue trader of the von Valensis dynasty, sentence you, Vistenza Yanis Viat ab Aran of Coronis, to death. Or I will not allow a miscreant like you to continue wreaking evil. Interesting set of options. Do we pull the trigger, or do we still try to, like, learn more? Let's try and learn more, again, based on the logic I'd expressed previously. You're not saving Yanis or improving it, Vistenza. You're destroying this world with your own hands. Vistenza's eyes narrow. Forgive me for what I am about to say, your lordship, but you're lying. I am not blind. I can see how Yanis is changing, how it is becoming tamer, more submissive to the will of humanity. When was the last time you left the estate, Vistenza? Take one look at the jungles of Yanis and you'll see that whatever you have thought you were doing for the good of the planet, you're actually killing it. It's true, we saw some proper evidence of that as we were looking around. Now I do wonder, would we have these options if I hadn't engaged in some of those lore options? If I'd failed some of those roles, would we still have these options? I don't know. Second option is to say you will immediately put to death everyone connected with your sorcery, and you will strike this vile chapter from your mind forever. This is an order from your overlord, Vistenza, okay? I won't be able to change your mind, will I? Then I won't try, or I can attack. When was the last time you left the estate, Vistenza? Take one look at the jungles of Yanis, and you'll see that whatever you may have thought you were doing for the good of the planet, you're actually killing it. Again, remember, she is a highborn, and I do treat them differently based on my past, so giving her a chance to explain herself, still probably going to kill her, but explain yourself. Jungles? The effects of the changes have gone that far? But by my assessment, the biomes should have been preserved intact for future arable land. Oh, so you see now how it's gotten out of control? Do you understand? Now, do I show her mercy? It seems as though this is the end of the line, right? Do I show her mercy, allow her the opportunity to forget this happened, turn a blind eye to this ultimate blasphemy? Or do I say I'm not going to waste my breath trying to persuade you? It's time to retire the Viat line. You made a mistake in thinking that anyone would come to your aid on my world. Servants, to me! No surprise here, obviously. Oh! I lied. That was a surprise. You got me, game. You got me. She is fleeing into a very suspicious-looking corridor there. So hopefully we'll be able to sneak in and figure out where she went. Oh no, there's no way in, eh? All right, so I guess it's time to fight our way out of the estate. Maybe learn more about where she ended up. Trying to figure out if there's anything we can interact. Oh, hello. That's why we should always press tab before making any rash decisions. I'm glad our tech use is looking pretty good. I'm glad we have a couple of steps of it too. I'm hoping that means we are going to, yes, make our way through. Let's go for it. What do we have here? Come on. Very sketch, very sketch. Scared the crap out of me. It's just a trap, but the way that popped up and jingled, it scared the crap out of me. Now the actual element is a little bit further back, so we're going to have to sneak past this, right? One at a time. Yadira, where you at? Let's go ahead and get you up to here. There's some goods to pick up as well. What do we have over here? Ooh. Ooh, a bolt pistol. Now here's the thing about a bolt pistol. You can use it in melee. So if Argenta ever finds herself in melee, she could use her bolt pistol, but then we'd have to replace her flamer or her bolter. Both of those are two-handed weapons. Alternatively, we could use a bolt pistol and chainsword with a rogue trader. We'll make the decision later, but for the time being, let's go ahead and pick the bolt pistol up because bolters and bolt pistols are just cool. Sure, let's do that. Take a quick look at our inventory. Rogue trader, if we compare the bolt pistol to what you're using right now, you know what, actually? That's the Thunderhammer. So that's not a valid point of comparison. I would like to compare the plasma pistol to the bolt pistol, please. Can I please? Fine. Just gotta do it manually. 10 to 14, pen of 6. 10 to 14, pen of 6. All right. No, the plasma pistol is much better. Makes sense. Makes sense. But we'll keep the bolt pistol. I'm not going to complain about having additional bolter weapons on hand. Oh, where is this? There we go. Go up for the... And another trap? Okay. Well, I'm glad Adira's got decent awareness as well. It's times like these where those individual stats do matter, right? Go ahead and hopefully figure things out over here. Ooh. Wow. I actually succeeded. Because that was a lore warp check, not a demolitions check. This one is a demolitions check. Let's go for it. Oh, crap. Avalar took a hit there. A little bit of damage. Not a lot. I just wonder if we want to top that up before we engage with whatever's, you know, down the hall, so to speak. I think we'll be okay. 5 HP is not that much. Maybe we should hold off until more damage is done. And would you look at that? Just like kept in storage back over here. This should be... Wow. Okay. No comment. No comment. Let's see what's behind this door. Use a tech use or a multi-key? Let's try a tech use first before we waste our multi-keys, right? Let's go for it. There's it unlocked. Lots of purple and pink in here. What do we have? All right. Who put money on Slaanesh? Because, you know what? Part of the vibe I was getting for sure. And there's the reveal. Oh boy, a little concerned. Intoxicated Nobles. Okay, sounds good. Up over here, we know we have a Demonette coming up. We know they have that aura, right? So we're going to want to try and keep our distance there. Beyond that, they are a melee individual anyway. So good to keep a distance. But how do we trigger combat over here? Do we engage these Intoxicated Nobles? Are they going to notice us if we get any closer, or can I get into a sweet spot over here and use the Flamer to maybe cause some damage to both of them? Argenta, let's go ahead and take a look at your Flamer shot, your spray here. How? I won't be able to tell. It won't actually highlight the range for me. The other option is, of course, to just use my bolter with burst fire and hope to be in the right general area. Let's try this. Let's creep you up to here, Argenta. Move you further to here. Ah, god damn it. Move just a little too far ahead, but it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's only 2 enemies that we would have been able to take care of ahead of time either way. So it's not the end of the world. They're both melee as well, so it'll take them some time to actually get around and get to us. Adira is up first. We have 2 Demonettes up over here. We've got a Secret Chambers Guard, Secret Chambers Lieutenant, and Maid of Honor. All right. Where is the Governor herself? Nowhere to be found? There she is, Vistenza Viat. Very curious what obscene powers they might actually have beyond, or rather as a result of their loyalty to Slaanesh. All right, let's see. Adira is up. I suppose we could begin things with the lightning arc. Are we able to reach? No. Could I get a little bit closer and pop the lightning arc? Yeah, that does look nice, but it does, again, take our most ranged character, right, our sniper, that much closer to the Demonettes, which was the exact opposite of what I wanted to do. The Psyker unleashes a blast of lightnings, which chain up to 4 targets within a 3-cell radius, dealing 10 plus 3 times her psi rating is 2, so 16 damage with penetration of 0 to each one. That's not bad. That's not bad. You know what? Oh, I actually don't have line of sight, it seems. Are you for real? I don't like how that works. It looks like a lack of line of sight. Okay, fair enough. I mean, pulling further back means they're just going to be out of reach. So, in that case, let's keep you back over here. Full cover from anything coming that way. And let's fire away at... who? Can't hit these Demonettes. I can hit you. 67% chance to hit. Decent bit of damage as well. Drop them before they get too close. 79%, 79%. I'm hoping Argenta will be able to use her Flamer on both of them. Does she come up before them? No, she does not. So that's unfortunate. Comes up before this guy, though. Alright, we'll make it work. Fire away at this Demonette. Let's go.
There is movement in the
Come on. we're gonna miss. That's on me. Misfortune to reduce her dodge chance, I suppose. And then we can try and get an extermination mark out there so that Pascal can maybe use in my sights. Perhaps. All right, let's go ahead and get the mark on this demon at least. Go for it. There we go. So that's both Misfortune and the extermination mark on that single target. Hopefully our chances of actually landing some hits will be properly increased as a result. Pascal is actually up next. So Pascal, let's go ahead and get in my sights on you. Nope, can't actually do that. Gotta creep you up first. That makes sense, he's back there. So let's get you up to here, I suppose. And in my sights on you. We'll still have some action points left over for his like AoE attack or something, though I don't think that'll do anything for us here. No, it's not. Alright, fair enough, fair enough. In that case, let's go ahead and pop an AoE attack up over here. Hopefully land a shot on both of these demonettes. Let's go for it. I'll take it. Not the greatest, but I'll take it. The other alternative was to use Extermination Mark on the other demonette and line her up for in my sights from Idira next turn, but I don't think that would have any value, truth be told. End our turn there, but he's going to move up quite a bit, actually. And the Maid of Honor over here, what are you up to? Summon Demonette. Oh, that's going to be a problem. That's going to be a serious problem. I hope that ability has a cooldown. Otherwise, she needs to be our, like, #1 target. Taking a decent bit of damage over there. My goodness, that wasn't nice. It's a full-on bolter. A stun grenade coming through as well. Shot on the run. These guys take some damage there. Oh, Avalard's been stunned. Okay, this is a tough one. This is a tougher one than I anticipated. Okay, here's what we're going to do then. We're going to go ahead and use shot on the run. Hang on a second. Let's get to our bolter here. We're going to use shot on the run to get up to here and fire at the Intoxicated Noble from a little bit closer, and then burst fire up over here to try and hurt as many of them as possible. Though truth be told, I wonder if standing where I'm standing right now is the better call, rather than actually moving up. Yeah, it might be, actually. I think so. Alright, cool. Fair enough. So, we're still going to use shot on the run. That would allow us to get a free shot in. If I were to use War Hymn right now, restores momentum equal to the Battle Sister's doubled willpower bonus. Each enemy within a 5-cell radius adds additional momentum equal to the Battle Sister's willpower bonus. Wow, each enemy... Oh. Adds additional momentum for them or for us? Because the enemy tracks momentum too. I'm not 100% sure. But on the topic of things that are being tracked, this is actually quite high as well. The veil thickness situation is kind of concerning too. Okay, let's go ahead and... I'm just wondering if War Hymn is worth using right now. Momentum is at what? I wish I could actually see 120. What is the threshold here? And twice our willpower bonus is not going to be enough to actually get to it, right? Nah, just going to add 8. Because if I could get military excellence right now, that would be huge, but I don't think I can. So, let's go ahead and use shot on the run. I wonder if there's any cover we can take. No, there is no cover we can take, not from that side. So, let's go ahead and get our free shot over here. 40% chance to hit if I move a bit closer. Does it improve our chances? No, still 40%. Alright, so let's stay put. Go ahead and fire. Come on, give me that Righteous Fury. I absolutely need it. Or do I burst down here as well? Let's go ahead with the burst up top here first. Can I hit? No, I'm going to end up hitting allies. So let's go ahead and use our controlled burst instead. It will not hit Pascal or the Rogue Trader because, again, controlled burst is it doesn't do any damage to allies, right? So let's fire away and hope for the best here. Let's go. Come on. Nice. Alright, that wasn't bad, actually. That wasn't bad. Fair bit of damage on the Demonette. This one, too. Threw them both back. Everybody else was fine, but, you know what? I think I'm going to actually double tap. Let's fire up over here again. This guy, look. He needs to push up into melee. That'll take him a turn or two. And then, what's he going to do in melee? He's going to get crushed. So, why waste this golden opportunity? We have a literal corridor to shoot down. Let's go for it. Now, this controlled burst might actually hurt us, so let's try and avoid that. Now I wish I'd moved a little bit. I can dash. Still have 3 action points left over. Sure, let's dash on over to here. And then fire up this way. That should be clear. We should be in the clear. Looks like we're good. Yeah, sure. Let's fire down this way. 15, 22, 18. Let's do this. Let's go. Come on. Nice. Very nice. Okay, that was huge. That was huge. I guess I could use Second Wind at this point in time to, yeah, pop War him, because why not? That'll give us a bit more momentum, and then maybe next time around we'll have access to military excellence when all these enemies have actually pushed through, and then Argenta might be able to just eliminate all of them, right? And our turn there. This Intoxicated Noble is going to move a little bit closer. And we got this Secret Chambers Guard moving up as well. That's a fair bit of damage. A little concerning. Vistenza's coming up. Unholy Rage. I don't like the sound of that. But nothing else. Abelard, you're up. I thought you were stunned. Perplexed. Perplexed creatures suffer a -10 penalty to ballistic skill, weapon skill, intelligence, and perception for each level of this effect. So this is just one stack. So just a -10 here. To remove permanent perplexed effect, this character must rest at the Void Ship for at least 24 hours. This is only going to last one round. So that's fine. That's fine. Hopefully it's not going to get stacked, right? We do have a pistol on hand with which we can burst fire if we wanted to do that. I wonder if that's not a... Well, that's not the right call. Pull back to here. Pistol burst up in this... the range is pitiful on this thing. Move up to here. Pistol burst like this. And that way we're in melee as well to deal with this guy. Or we could do something like this. 2%, 17%, 45%. This isn't the cleanest. If I move up to here, again, you can always use a pistol in melee, right? Wow, the range is pathetic on this thing. Or is it just because of my angles of fire? I pull back to here. There we go. Okay, that's much better. So, how many shots would that be? That would be, how many shots is that? 6 shots, right? Versus going in with our Melta, and then potentially hitting just these two guys. But for more damage. You know what? Let's try out our new toy. Let's try out our new toy. Moving up, because melee isn't the end of the world for Abelard. Fire up over here. 18% chance to hit that demonette. Don't know how much damage we're actually going to do, but let's go for it. Come on. Come on. Come on. I believe in you, Abelard. Nice. I'll take it. I'll take it. Righteous Fury as well. You know what? That worked out great. Now, I wish I hadn't moved up as far, because then I would have been able to charge this Intoxicated Noble as well. But it is what it is. Let's go ahead and pop Endure. Let's go ahead and pop Forceful Strike as well for next turn. And let's go ahead and end our turn there. No use charging, because we can't actually hit anybody. And up next is the Rogue Trader himself. A little worse for wear. He's at about 50% HP. If I move up to there, I'd have to use a pistol. I do have a pistol. The plasma pistol is a pistol, hence the name. I also have the option to use Killzone Stratagem. These guys are going to move up. They're probably going to crowd around over here, increase our chances of landing hits. Not a bad idea. So that's 1 AP, another AP to actually get our Grand Strategist active as well. And then maybe I could use Bring It Down on Argenta to get Burst Fire going down over here or something. Not a terrible idea, right? Because she's close too. If I use Bring It Down, yeah, she's actually perfectly positioned. Okay, here's what we're going to do. Let's go ahead and use Killzone Stratagem. Tempting to use it up over here, because they're actually bunched up right now. But I have to think about the future when they move. And they're probably going to move down to like over here or so. Yeah, let's pop this over here. Hope for the best. Let's go ahead and get Grand Strategist as well. Let's go ahead and use our Bring It Down on Argenta. And then Argenta can use Burst Fire. Like so. No one's weak spot is actually at the right spot, is it? Of course not. That's okay. That's okay. Face it this way? Nah, face it this way. And hope for the best. Let's do it. Fire away. Nice. Come on. Come on, Argenta. You can do better than that. Alright, it's okay. End our turn there. I'll take the 1 hit. It's an extra hit, so I'll take it. Plasma single shot up over here. No, 29, 21. Fire away. Come on. Of course we're going to miss. No surprise there. End the turn there, though. And Cassia's up next. Do I want to risk using her Lidless Stare? That's the question. Do I want to come down over here and give Argenta another go with Overwhelming Stratagem on top as well? Bring it down is an option. If I move up to
We're so clumped. Grenades can do so much hurt to us. If I move up to here, let's say, lidless goes a fair distance. Hurts us as well, though, unfortunately, right? Hurts both Abelard and Pascal, and we're too far away to use Bring It Down on Argenta. If I go up to here, bring it down. Nope, too far. Alright, so here's where we'd have to stand. And then Lidless Stare does what? Same targets, get hit, I suppose. Soften these 3 up. Okay. That's an option, I suppose. Or I pull back and use this instead. Some chances to hit. Alright, fine. Here's what we're going to do. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and... pull back to here. We're going to use Overwhelming Stratagem on hopefully both of us. Hopefully not just Argenta. Right? And then we're going to Burst Fire from back over here. Overwhelming Stratagem. Burst Fire, that's 2 AP, leaving 2 for Bring It Down. Go ahead and fire up like so. Go for it. Nice. Very nice. Yo, legit. Cassia caused more damage there than Argenta did in one of her bursts, so I'll take that gladly. But yes, Bring It Down, Argenta. Get the task done. Eliminate at least one of the demonettes, right? Go ahead, Burst Fire. And fire away like so. Let's go for it. Come on. Nice. Very nice. Good stuff. Took care of the cover there. Dropped that demonette and dropped this guy as well. So that's solid. She has the momentum for military excellence right now, but I wonder if we shouldn't hold off until her actual turn when more of them are close enough for us to get clearer hits. I think that's the right call, so let's end our turn there for now and move on to Cassia, whose turn is actually done, bringing us to the top of the round. Let's see how that goes. In comes this demonette, very badly hurt. Okay, I'm very pleased with how that went, and look at that. Just in range. Just in range. This demonette might end up just outside of range. Oh, perfect! Yes! Oh no. Went a little bit further than I'd expected, but that's not the end of the world. We are now able to hopefully use Lightning Arc up over here. We are indeed. Oh, or do I want to use the more advanced version, the Heroic Act? Deals just that much more damage, eh? Chains up more targets too, and ignores friendlies. You know what? I think we're fine using Lightning Arc. Now, didn't we use in my sights? Did we drop that target by mistake? I think we might have, which would be a bit of a bummer. But it's okay, it's okay. Lightning Arc, we'd have 1 AP left over. We could use that to pop an Extermination Mark, I suppose. Yeah, sure. Lightning Arc up over here. 1, 2, 3. I think he's within reach. She's not, but he might be. Pop it up here. Let's go. Very nice. Very nice. Decent damage, it looks like. I think Intoxicated Noble dies. Yeah, okay, good stuff. Hang on a second. Is that the latest? Momentum value has changed. Gained experience. Idira deals 10 damage to the Demonette, 10 damage to the Intoxicated Noble, and 9 damage to the Secret Chamber's Lieutenant. Alright, cool. That's actually not bad at all. Extermination Mark on maybe that Lieutenant. And we'll end the turn there for Idira. Maybe Pascal was the one with the in my sights. We'll find out shortly, I guess. Maybe not. Alright, let's go ahead and pop a shot maybe at the Demonette up over here. Or do we want to go further and hit Maid of Honor? 26% chance isn't that great. I just wonder about, you know, others whose weapons are a bit better suited for clumps. That's why I'm thinking about different targets. 40% chance to hit this guy. Let's, you know what? Let's go for it. Let's go for it. Of course, we're going to miss. Not surprised. Do I have in my sights available for any of our targets? Nope. This guy, yes. He's been marked, right? So that makes sense. Sure, let's do that. Might as well. And with the 1 action point left over, I suppose we could establish another extermination mark on, sure, the Secret Chamber's guard. Why not? We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out as we go along. Done here, though. Saving our momentum, obviously, for Argenta. In comes another Demonette, so she can actually summon a Demonette every turn. But it's okay, because we're putting them down pretty quickly as well. And, I knew it! Just outside of the stratagem. That's okay. That's okay, we got our use out of it. Oh, no. Oh, that was bad. This is real bad, folks. My god, we are taking a fair bit of damage. Argenta is down. Hit with a toxic needle there. I imagine that's going to cause us damage per turn. 2 rounds. Additional damage each turn if poisoned creature fails a toughness test. All right, well, hopefully it is Abelard, so he does have a decent toughness. I don't know if it'll apply his carouse skill or just regular toughness, but hopefully we don't have to find out. He failed his first one. Oh, okay. Good stuff. Good stuff. Oh, you know what? I guess it applies that additional damage if the toughness test is failed, and then it lasts for 2 rounds as opposed to rolling it every round. I'm guessing that's what it actually is. My apologies. Misunderstood that for a second there. All right, what do we do here? Do we go for the swing? Do we go for the burst fire and hope for the best here? Might not be a terrible idea, actually, because if we get the burst fire, then we might be able to charge this guy or something. Yeah, sure. Let's go for it. Come on. Come on. No luck, eh? No luck at all. Wow. Wow. 1 hit landed. It is what it is. Let's pop Endure. We'll pop Forceful Strike. And I suppose we stay put and take what's coming to us. I do have the option, actually, of using Onslaught, pulling back, and then charging into this Demonette, right? That is an option, but this Demonette would get an attack of opportunity, and I don't know if I like that. End the turn here. Back to our Rogue Trader. We do have this we can use up over here. At least eliminate one of the Demonettes, cause a fair bit of damage to the other. We are also able to use Bring It Down on Argenta. Now, I don't know how getting up actually works in the game. On tabletop, it's a half action, if I recall correctly, to stand up. But how does that translate to action points? Does the game use the same approach? I'm not sure. So we have what? We have 5 action points, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, and a regular shot. Is that the right call? I think Killzone Stratagem up over here makes sense because we want to make sure we're landing as many hits as possible. Is anybody going to get any closer? Damn. Just don't know about the positioning of this one. Let's pop it down over here, I suppose. Pop that down over there. Let's go ahead and use our Grand Strategist option as well. And you know what? Rather than bring it down, I'm going to go ahead and use our Plasma Overcharge AoE up over here. Just to try and eliminate something, hopefully. Come on. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Alright. Gonna have to believe it. Let's go ahead and end our turn there. Cassia, what to do with you? What to do with you, Cassia? Burst fire and then bring it down to try and get Argenta back up. This isn't bad. We might actually hit this Demonette as well. Alright, let's try it. So might hit that Demonette, might hit this guy, might hit this guy. Alright, cool. Go for it. Come on. I'll take it. At least we landed 1 hit. Bring it down on Argenta. Unavailable. So she has to get up herself, I guess. Can't use... Well, we don't have medikits to use, so fair enough. Let's go ahead and get Overwhelming Stratagem, which I should have popped first. That's on me. That was foolish of me to forget that. But let's pop it down over here now, so at least Argenta has that if she's able to get up and still have an attack on her. Let's pop, bring it down on the Rogue Trader, giving commands to your own boss. An interesting approach to life, I suppose. But let's go ahead and use those 2 action points to... Oh, get another Killzone Stratagem going? Nah, I don't think that's worth it. I don't think that's worth it. We could, though, pop a shot on maybe this Demonette. 30% chance to hit. 60%. Like, this is a nice choke point. Nah, they're able to get around. They are able to get around. 30% versus 60. Let's go for the 60 and try and finish this Demonette off. Go for it. Come on. Nice. At least that's something. We have 1 more action point available. Voice of Command. Forces an ally to make every effort, increasing their characteristics by 5 plus 2 times leader's fellowship bonus for 1 turn. Can I use it on Argenta? Hopefully she's able to get up and pop some shots and use that boost. And the turn there, though. Cassia, your turn is done. Over to the next round? Yes. That's... Well, not gonna hurt. That did hurt. Idira is up. Can we lightning up over here? We cannot. We gotta get closer for that. Can we get closer? We can get up to there, but then we don't have line of sight. Yeah, it's too bad. If I get up to here, Oh yeah, within reach, and I believe that should chain up to them. So that's something. That's something. Or in my sights on this guy, it should give us a free attack, right? Free attack against the target. Yeah. At the beginning of the next turn. Okay. So as long as that guy stays alive, we got a free attack, and then this turn we can pop a regular shot on the demonette rather than the lightning arc, which only does so much damage. Let's try it. Let's try it. So do we actually have to creep up then, or do we stay in cover? Stay back there. Precise shot, 67%. Regular shot, 67%. Okay, so I have an extra action point to spare. In my sights on the secret chambers guard, leaving us with 2 action points. And let's use one of them. Or do I throw a grenade? Decisions. Toss a grenade. I could actually kill both of these guys. You know what? It might be grenade time. Yeah, let's go for it. I got the 2 action points. Might as well use them. Down they both go. Excellent. Wow. 30 damage on that guy. Cool. Okay. Very helpful. Stratagem's kind of useless now, but hopefully some of those demonettes come a bit closer and it becomes useful again. But end Idira's turn. Pascal is up next. We can use the plasma overcharge. Damn it. They're just far enough apart. But I can take full cover over here and then pop the shot up over here. We could go with the overcharge, with the extra damage overcharge, rather, I should say, and fire at the demonette. Yeah, let's try it. Fire away. Oh, God damn it, of course we're going to miss. Machine Spirit Communication or in my sights. I'm going to say in my sights. This guy is probably going to come a little bit closer. So let's see if Idira and Pascal can't both crush him in one fell swoop. End our turn there. Maid of Honor is going to summon another demonette, no surprise. In comes this one. Swing at Abelard. What is that? Aura of Elation times... Was that a second Aura of Elation? This demonette's coming through as well. We really got to push in. We got to get that Maid of Honor taken care of. Argenta is up. Looks like she's fine, actually. The knockdown just probably caused some damage and nothing else, which is good. She has all of her action points. So if we creep up and we pop Military Excellence, we'll be able to shoot at this demonette. We'll be able to shoot at this demonette. We'll be able to shoot at these two as well. Okay, cool. Let's go ahead and creep up ever so slightly and use Military Excellence. Or no, hang on. Do we start with Shot on the Run? Yeah, sure. Let's start with Shot on the Run. Creep up. Gives us a free burst fire. Up like, what, so? 23, 29. Yeah, sure, that sounds good. Go for it. Nice. Very nice. Very nice. Okay, very good. Then another regular burst fire, which might actually eliminate quite a few of our threats over here. Go for it. Nice. One more. Beautiful. My god, Argenta is so powerful. And then we can use Military Excellence, but she has fewer targets now. She only has Vistenza Viat and this demonette over here. So is it worth it? Yeah, let's go for it. Who knows what'll happen next turn, right? She might get dropped. She's in a pretty pitiful state right now. Fire away at... excuse me. Why can I not shoot? I should be able to. Because if I'm not mistaken, immediately restores all action points and removes cooldowns from the currently wielding weapons. That means I should be able to shoot right now, but I can't for some reason. I can still burst fire, I guess. But only using this option. Well, that's strange. Can I not? I hit you either. Can I hit anyone back over here? Nope, no one's within reach. Wow, what a waste. Cool, should have known. Burst fire up over here, 35% chance to hit. Let's go for it, I guess. We are in the stratagems area, but we're only going to fire 3 times because we only have that much ammunition. I can't even reload. It's so silly. If I could at least reload, then I'd be able to... Okay, it's fine. Fire a bit more. It's okay. I'll take what I can get. Which is nothing, but also more rounds fired than our actual clip right now. Okay, we can't do anything over here. Let's end the turn. That was a bit of a waste, but it is what it is. He's going to pull back over here. What are you doing, Unholy Rage? Curious what that does. Curious what that does. That toxin has taken its toll there. The demonette is right ahead of us. Let's go ahead and... We shouldn't need to use Forceful Strike. We've already used it once before, so that should apply right now as we go to hit the demonette. Let's try it.
It will be done.
Righteous Fury. And again, Forceful Strike only increases the chance of knockdown, doesn't guarantee it, so that's fine. Let's go ahead and pop that. Let's go ahead and pop Endure as well. And then we wait, I suppose. End our turn there. The Rogue Trader is up next. Do we creep up to here and take a swing at the Demonette? I think so. 52% chance of success sounds good to me. Down you go with the Righteous Fury. And we could bring it down on Pascal, maybe. Again, wasted all of those in my sights, didn't I? Can't really call it waste. Is it really a waste if it means the targeted enemy has been taken care of, right? Why don't we go ahead and get Killzone Stratagem up over here? We got to take care of the Maid of Honor, right? Pop that there. We could do Grand Strategist as well. And then let's go ahead and bring it down on Pascal, I guess. Abelard has his Melta, but I just don't know the range on that thing. Pascal has his Plasma Overcharge, or he no longer has the Overcharge, the extra damage Overcharge. Idira, I don't think, has a line of sight on the Maid of Honor. So we'll need someone who has AoE. So I guess it'll be Abelard. Let's try it. Hoping for the best here. Switching to our Melta. Can I? We're just short. Can't even charge or anything. And the pistol obviously doesn't have the range that I need. It does not. Alright, might have made a mistake here. Can't charge up, or can I? Hang on a second. Get up to the pillar over here. And then now we switch over to our Melta. Not enough action points to actually get this thing off. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. Back to our pistol then. Can I shoot? Oh, god damn it. Come on, game, work with me here. Let's pop Endure, let's end the turn. That's okay, at least Abelard moved up, which hopefully doesn't bite us in the butt. We'll see. Cassia's up next. Let's creep you up, and let's get Overwhelming Stratagem over here, I'm going to say. Because then Argenta should be able to come through and get the benefits as well, maybe. Argenta's in a really, really bad spot, actually. Let's pop this. And no point burst firing down over here, right? We can't reach anything. Okay, sounds good. We could instead then use Go, Go, Go on who? These guys? Yeah, sure. Oh, they're not close enough, eh? Oh, no, they are. Rogue Trader, let's go. That's twice now he's, or she's ordered her boss around. Pascal moves up. Rogue Trader moves up as well, issuing cover. Taking a bit of a risk. Cassia, your turn is done. Round 4, Idira. Do you have line of sight? You don't, right? You do not. Okay, cool. Let's go ahead and creep you up to the full cover over here, I suppose. It's the closest we can get. You do have line of sight from there, so that's promising. Go with a precise shot, 57% chance to hit. Regular shot is 50, so a precise shot makes the most sense. I do have the option to hit her with Misfortune. I don't know if that's going to help us. Her dodge is not that great. Dodge is not that great. We could also study defenses. Can't do it on her, because it's medium range only, right? Alright, fair enough. Let's go with the precise shot then. Try and get some damage done to the Maid of Honor. Nice! Wow, you know what? I wasn't expecting a hit. Good stuff. Extermination mark on the Maid of Honor as well. Don't think that's actually going to accomplish anything, but why not? And Foreboding, we're able to help dodge and parry. Let's try and do Foreboding on Argenta. She's pretty low on health, and I would like to avoid her dropping. End the turn there. Pascal, you're up. Let's get you moving up to here, I guess. Remember, there's another Demonette coming unless we can eliminate the Maid of Honor, so that is a priority. 54% chance to hit over here. Let's go for it. Come on now. Of course, we're going to miss. No surprise there. So let's go ahead and do what? Pop this. That's probably not worth it. Get the in my sights on her. Nah, that's not worth it either. Extermination mark on you. Sure. For next turn. Still have 3 action points left over. Recoil reduces. Enemy weapons recoil increases. That's not going to do anything for us. Sure, let's pop this down over here, I guess. Sure, as far as we can go. Why not? Maybe Cassia can fire with her las. Done here. Maid of Honor is going to bring in another Demonette, unfortunately. Tried to stop her. Can only do so much. Then comes a swing and a hit, unfortunately. Pascal's okay, though. He's got plenty of health. Argenta, you're up. Clean shot down over here. Unfortunately, we can't get too far. Even with a shot on the run, I imagine. We can get up to here. And then we can burst fire this way. Maybe hit that Maid of Honor. Maybe destroy her cover instead. Burst fire, again, will protect allies from any hits they might take. It's funny. Aiming this way, 5%. Aiming right on the enemy, 1%. Funny how that works. 23% if we go even further off, but I can't actually fire there. Can I? Nah, ooh. No, I can't. That's too bad. Kind of silly how that works. Let's do this, 10%. Sure, I'll take it. Fire away. Come on. Well, at least we're missing our allies. Nothing there, eh? Nothing. Alright, let's go ahead and... no need to reload. We're still at full... well, not full, but we still have the same ammo as we had previously. Okay, fire away this demonette then. Regular shot. Miss because of a dodge. Fair enough. Let's get second wind. And let's reload, because that used our clip. Wait, what? What killed her? I don't actually know what dropped her. It's okay. I'm sure she had a status effect on her that I just missed. It's okay. It's not the end of the world. Let's creep Abelard up to this demonette, I suppose. Or you know, I really need to drop this Maid of Honor. She's been healed up as well, which is not good. Let's flip over to our Melta and fire in this general direction. If we come up to here, I don't think we can hit both of them. Yeah, no way, unfortunately. So let's come up to here for the full cover, and then Melta, and hopefully get the Maid of Honor taken care of with a Righteous Fury or something. Let's go for it. Up we go. Come on, Abelard. Get the job done. Are you for real right now? Are you for real right now? You're gonna dodge? Okay, it's okay, it's okay. End our turn there. Rogue Trader's up. Let's get you creeping up to over here. This should be full cover, but it doesn't count as it. I don't know why. It is what it is. I come up to here instead. We've got Bring It Down. We could use that on Pascal, I suppose. We got to drop this demonette first, don't we? Argenta being down is a little concerning, for sure, but I think we'll be okay. Kill Zone Stratagem up over here to make sure we're actually able to hit the Maid of Honor when the time comes. But otherwise, we got to eliminate that demonette and get Pascal, I think, a Bring It Down. So do I want Grand Strategist? Or do I want to use Plasma Overcharge with the extra damage on the demonette? 34% chance to hit? That's ridiculous. Are you for real right now? Let's go for it. Come on. Gonna miss. That's okay. Let's go ahead and pop Bring It Down on Pascal. Maybe at least Omniscient Axe over here will do the trick. Strike at this demonette. 74% chance to hit. Let's go for it. Nice. Righteous Fury knocked her real far back, too. All right, I'll take it. Extermination Mark on no one, I guess. Does everyone have one except for the demonette? Might as well. What else are we going to do? End our turn there. Rogue Trader, you're back up. Nothing to do. End your turn. Cassia's up. All right, if we creep up to here, I suppose I could use... just out of reach. Bring It Down. I could use it on Adira instead. She might have a clean line of sight still. Or we could come up to here and use Go, Go, Go on Adira. Get her to move to a better position and then use Bring It Down on her. As long as we don't get further than the Rogue Trader, we should be okay. So, Go, Go, Go. Adira. Get you moving up. To here. Sure, I'll take it. Yeah. End your turn there. And then Cassia. Bring It Down on Adira. Go ahead and use our precise shot, I think. 52% chance to hit the Maid of Honor. Let's get the job done here. Come on. Give me that Righteous Fury. I need it. Wow, so close. 26 damage. She has 1 HP left. Are you for real? Cassia's up, but nothing she can do, so let's end the turn there. Adira's up next. Okay, cool. So this should work out now. Can I Lightning Strike? No, I gotta get closer. If I get all the way up to here, can I Lightning Strike? Yes. Think 1, 2, 3. She's technically in range, maybe? I'm not sure, but we gotta prioritize the Maid of Honor. Let's go for it. Drop her. Beautiful. And yes, I was right. That was a radius of 3. Good stuff. All that's left now is Vistenza Viat. She does seem to have a pistol, which shouldn't be too much trouble for us. But end our turn there. Pascal, you're up. Let's fire away the plasma overcharge, I think. Single hit, 39% chance to hit. I can move a bit closer. Maybe get a slightly better chance to hit. Still 39%. Really? Really? Alright. Creep up to there. Fire away. Let's go for it. Come on. Beautiful. Job well done. A job well done. The governor poses a significant threat to the Lord. No, the governor poses nothing anymore. The governor poses in 2 halves. Oh my goodness, look at that. She's been split in twain. But folks, this den of heresy needs to be investigated. I need to know what's going on back over here. We need to see what kind of weapons they've been using back over here as well. But perhaps more importantly, yeah, we need to see what filth there is to see. And what is that watermark? Oh, Lorem Ipsum. Okay, fair enough. That's just filler text. But not only do we need to see, see what kind of weapons and stuff they've been carrying, but also see if there are any other answers to be found in these studies and these various halls and stuff. But all that and more, we'll have to wait until next time, folks. I hope you enjoyed this session. Bit of a wild one, a bit of a strangely paced one, if I'm perfectly honest. We went from a rather strange start that threw me right off to a rather strange end. I was actually expecting this to be a lot more challenging. I was expecting, like, something big and nasty showing up. But it was just a bunch of demonettes, and it was a battle of attrition, really. Argenta did get dropped, but only at the tail end. She did a lot of work before she dropped, and everybody else was actually okay, despite all those grenades that were flying as well. So, overall, pretty pleased with how that went. But, folks, hope you enjoyed the session. If you did, you know what to do. Let me know by leaving a like and a comment down below. As always, makes a very big difference in just letting me know what people are enjoying on the channel. And I'm always keeping an eye out for feedback and opinions as well. With that said, of course, a massive thanks goes out to all of the channel members and patrons who've been supporting the channel on a monthly basis. Y'all keep us alive and running smoothly. And of course, a big old thanks goes out to each and every one of you for watching. Until next time, cheers.